Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me once again. You are always most welcome. Today, I've been waiting for this. There's been a bit of a delay actually, so I've had to wait longer than usual. But we have got the ICM MH-6J Little Bird, right? So this is the US Special Forces helicopter, version of the little baby Huey. Absolutely fantastic, 48 scale, kit number 48369, and you just think of Apocalypse now when you see this chopper, don't you? You really do. Although you've got to remember, this is actually the late version used in the 1990s, so it's kind of one of the later developments of the chopper. Quite a refined and evolved package actually. On the side we have got, I don't think it's going to be a huge review of this because it's not a massive subject. But I've been really looking forward to this because I always think of Apocalypse Now whenever I see it, or maybe Magnum P.I. Because TC used to be Island Hoppers. He had the helicopter in that. He used to take people on tours of the Hawaiian Islands. A more peaceful role. So we've got the 160th SOAR Air Battalion in the early 90s, or we've got the 160th Air Battalion in the 1990s. Obviously that's the mid-late 90s. Let's have a looky. It says the first helicopter in the Little Bird line. There's going to be a few of these little birds. First one in the line from ICM, accurate reproduction. It's got 147 parts. Now before we get into that, let's just check this out. They've sent this wonderful US Forces matching helicopter paint set. Now this is very important because not only is it good for your little bird, this is good for your Black Hawks as well. Spin it around. Sorry, it's paint set. Too quick there, wasn't I? 3096 is the item number. Now spin it around. You can see you've got your Black Hawk there, or your little bird. So you go for the model kit number 48360. The Black Hawk. You can use this paint set for either of those choppers, and you get 5 colours plus a varnish. How wonderful! Isn't that nice? Just the icing on the cake. A really nice set to go with your chopper. You know, it's not going to be too big. I might build this, you know. When is another matter, but yeah, I quite fancy this one. Let's have a look at what we've got then, without further ado. And trying to get the tape open. I don't know what happened at Christmas. We had a bit of an issue with tape, and it seems fine now. Models are all fine now. We just had an issue, whether it's to do with weather or whether ICM would have to get somebody else to pack it for them. But not only was the tape not very good, it didn't seem very sticky, but it was also very badly done, very unusual, just a random batch, like, you know. I'm pleased to say it's all back to normal. All good again. I mean, it wasn't a serious issue, it's just a bit odd, because they're so perfect, you know, the way they do these things. And that just struck me as being a little bit, not quite up to the normal standard, but they are back now, back today. Let's have a look at this then, the Little Bird. It's going to be a cracker. So it says, in 1961 the US Army announced a tender for our Light Reconnaissance and Liaison Helicopter 61 under the LOH Light Observation Helicopter Program. Excuse me. The Hughes, I said Huey, but it's the Hughes, isn't it? The Hughes OH-6 Cayuse, is that how you spell it? Cayuse, won the competition, making its first flight in 1963. Serial production began in 1966 with 1,434 helicopters built in total. McDonnell Douglas later acquired production rights and began manufacturing its own variants, the MD-500 Defender, one modification. The MD-530MG became the basis of the Little Bird with machine guns on it. Yeah? This helicopter was designed for the 160th Special Operations Aviation Air Regiment. Okay, that's where the SOAR comes from. Known as the Night Stalkers, the helicopter can carry cargo weighing up to 900 kilos, nearly a ton. Gosh. However, the Little Bird is most commonly transports for 4 troops seated on 2 special benches mounted on the fuselage sides. So it's actually got these benches on the side, so it flies around and you're sitting... that's got to be safe, right? Yeah, I'm sure they've got some straps or something, but sitting on the outside of the chopper, that's not what you want, is it? unless you poor Lindsay Vonn, the Olympic skier. Did you see her in the Olympics the other week? She had that horrible accident. They winched her up and she was sitting outside the helicopter like that. Oh, I've been inside helicopters and they're frightening enough on the inside. But anyway, goes on to say, sorry, I went off at a tangent there. Anyway, poor Lindsay Vonn, yeah, she broke her leg. She's getting better now. I don't think she'll be back now, will she? Not at the Olympics anyway. Anyway, get well, Lindsay. It goes on to say that the little bird usually had these ability to carry 4 troops seated on 2 special benches. So it's 4 troops per side. 8 troops then. Ooh. It deploys these helicopters as special operations. So it was used in, I think it was used in the Black Hawk Down operation, Gothic Serpent in Somalia, Mogadishu. It has an armed variant, the AH-6. It's rightfully become one of the calling cards of this legendary military unit. Fantastic. So it says length 7 metres, height 2.5 metres. Empty weight. Is that right? 557 kilos. That sounds really light. That's like a little racing car almost. It sounds very light, that. I would expect it to be at least a ton. That surprises me. I don't know if that's a typo, no? I presume it isn't. That's takeoff weight in kilos up to 1,225. Wow. Amazing. And it's got an Allison T63 255 horsepower engine. Top speed 240 watts, about 180 miles an hour. It's like it's almost as fast as Formula 1 cars. Shifted, isn't it? Right, let's have a look. Let's get straight into this. I just say first of all, not a lot to say about the decals, to be honest, because they're all this doesn't feature a lot. It's just code numbers really and US Army markings, as you can see. Nice though, very nice. So let's have a looky. Starting off with the instructions, we've got the sprue maps here. Yes, very good. Looks like we've got some nice. See the clear parts. ICM's quality of clear parts is going to really help them here, I think. So you're going to build up your cockpit, starting off with the crew area at the front, co-pilot and pilot. A couple of holes to drill in the side. And just the seat backs are quite rudimentary, aren't they? They don't look terribly comfortable. And then you just got a few fins and intakes on the side to build up. Then you attach your little main cockpit area in, crew compartment area into. Has it got seats in the back or not? Hasn't, has it? It's just a storage area. So it really is just a 2-seater basically. A bit of storage behind them. Then you're going to start working on your rotor assembly with all the control rods and things there. Collective and my brain is gone. I forgot. I didn't know all these terms. I got used to the helicopters, but it's gone blank again. I've forgotten. Forgive me because it's just a memory thing. Anyway, all your main rotor assembly is going together there. Then you're going to bring that in down on the top here. And then you've got the other side of the fuselage. Again, you've got a couple of holes to drill. And a couple of little hatches that go around the engine. You've got your engine exhaust there, here, going in. And then bringing the other side of the fuselage in. And what's that? Like some more descriptions. Main instruments in the centre. Instrument binnacle and the sticks coming in here, and then you've got your foot pedals to control your tail rotor, obviously controls your yaw, and then we've got our the glasswork paint on the inner side. Look at this, wow. I mean, it's a big bubble canopy at the front, isn't it? You know, and you've got your main skids coming on here, landing skids, a couple of sensors and pitos that are going on there, and you've got your main doors. Got your glass to go in there. Oh, it's actually a glass piece, I guess. So you need to be very sharp on your masking on this one, of course. Same on the other side, and then you've got these sort of bolted sort of brackets that are going to hold that bolt across. Are going to hold these like stretcher type benches. Then we have got, which I think is the tail section, building up the tail section up to the tail rotor. And there it is going on there. And then a couple of more rails and things coming in here. Same on the other side, grab rails, etc. Then you've got your actual tail, your horizontal stabilizer, vertical stabilizer. Just on a tail rotor, doesn't it? Yes, of course it does. Yeah, the rotor's on the other side. That's what's fooling me. But it's got quite a substantial tail rotor and tail assembly, isn't it? It's like an aircraft almost. And then finally, you've got these benches that you have 3 guys per side sitting on here, 3 soldiers, special ops soldiers. And then you're going to build up your tail rotor assembly and a couple of bracing bars that go on the top there, radio aerials, and then finally you're going to bring in your actual rotors are coming in here, and then you've got your little bird complete. Look at that! What a great thing! What a great thing! I like this one. This is kind of more me than maybe the Black Hawk is, because they're fast little things, aren't they? It's like a little fighter almost. A really crazy little helicopter, very high performance. And then you've got all the paint guide at the back, and sadly the painting, there's not a lot of variation between the 2 variants, to be honest, but there we go. Okay. All looks pretty good, doesn't it? So far so good. And I think these clear parts are going to be something to maybe draw the breath in. We shall see. Are we ready? Let's go. Got the plastic, just one bag to open. Just a manage here. Oh, there are 2 sprues, in fact, not just one. Oh, it looks beautiful. Oh, it does look nice, this. And it's small, you see, this is another reason why I might build it myself. It's not going to be a problem for you to store this one. You know, you can fit this on a shelf because it's such a little chopper. It's 48 scale, it's almost like a 76 scale aeroplane, you know. Here we go. Is that flash? Is that what? No, it's not. I thought it was flash. Here, zoom you in. It's not. It's actually like an aerodynamic lip. It's a drag reduction lip on they're both the same on the other side as well. It's a little bit of a lip like you get on a Formula 1 car to reduce the swirl effect, to keep the air connected so it doesn't create drag at the back of the skid leg. Here's your rotors. They look really nice. Instruments look fantastic. Now look at this. All your instruments here and here. And you've got your crew compartment and floor. And then you've got the bulkhead here. The central and the rear bulkhead. Here's that tail I was talking about, which looks really nice. Yeah, it's got a real meaty tail on this. And I noticed that ICM are using ejector pin lugs, look, see them? 1, 2, 3 there. To try and avoid putting ejector pins in the part. That's good. Excellent. Then you've got your tail section here. This is the back of the seats, would you believe? They look very comfy. There's your main tail rotor on the bottom left. And your main rotors here. And you've got your rotor driver and top of the gearbox. Fantastic. A couple of big pitos. Again, they've got these very aerodynamic systems, haven't they? Where it's like a little wing. Turn it round so we can see the main fuselage side here. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I just can't stop thinking of the little gunships in Apocalypse now. And then we've got a sprue with all the very fine detailed parts on it. Now I'd urge you to just have a good long look at these, because look how fine they are. Some very, very almost micro detail here, look at that. Look at the size of these parts, they're tiny. This is like a rifle model job, isn't it? Really, really tiny parts. Little aerials and all sorts. Radio aerials, handrails, all manner of things. Significantly fine now. That's the finest parts I think I've ever seen on an ICM kit, for sure. I mean, be careful, because the carpet monster's going to get you if you're not careful with these. I'm now, with my mosquito build, I'm sitting right up like this instead of doing this laying back and then they ping off and gone, you know. I've already lost a couple of, not parts thank God, but I did lose one part and then got it back. The one that's the rail for setting the gun's position, which was a far more critical part than I realised. It's a good job I repaired it really well, because it's a physical mounting point which I hadn't appreciated until I put it in place, you know. But same here really, you've got to be really careful. But I have lost a couple of things like the little caps off my brushes, my fine brushes, which is annoying. I keep dropping them. Or wiping them off the table because they're almost invisible because they're clear. Before I put that away. Last but not least, the clear parts. Looking forward to this. Don't let me down, ICM, they never normally do. I think these are going to be brilliant. A big part of the character of the aircraft. This great big glass house at the front. Oh, they're not disappointing us, no. Here we go then, look at this. Big bubble at the front, yeah? It's beautiful, and it's got this central section that you'll be painting when you mask it, with all the little rivets on it. Can you see that? Oh, yes. Tricky one to get without distortion, but they've done a brilliant job of it actually. Brilliant job. On the other side, look, on the inside. Yeah. And then you've got the doors again. Almost look like they almost look like the eye of an insect or something, don't they? Amazing. Beautiful clear parts there. Very, very nice. No, just can't fault it really. Pretty much what we thought we were going to get with them. Very, very nice indeed. Superb. Fantastic. What a lovely little model. I do fancy building this. I think I'm going to do it at some point. It's going to go on my definite build list, I think, this one. So hands off, future members, you can't have that one. Trouble is, I say this every time, and it's just so hard for one individual. You know, you can't build everything. You just can't. You simply cannot do it. The kits are coming out faster than you can keep up with building them. But that's beautiful, beautiful parts. A lovely model, lovely superb kit, that is. So, oops, back in, might be a good idea. There we go. So where are we with points then? Well, I think it's a 10 really, isn't it? I mean, there could have been a bit more, maybe, I'm going to say 9.75. I just do need a little bit more detail on those instructions, especially with things like helicopters where they're quite complicated machines, aren't they? Just need a bit more descriptive information, but the plastic is wonderful, wonderful. So I'm going to say 9.75, but it's as near as damn it to a 10. That's two kits from ICM that have been near as damn it 10s pretty much really. So well done ICM. Thoroughly deserved, a really desirable model that you... Nice weekend, well I say weekend build with all those fine parts, maybe not. Maybe a week build. Maybe you've got a week off at Easter or something, you know, a long double weekend or something like that. Could have a lot of fun with that. Brilliant, brilliant kit. It's going to fall over, don't fall over. And don't forget to get yourself the Special Forces, US Helicopters, Special Forces paint set. So there we go, 9.75 out of 10. Call it a 10 if you like, I don't mind. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to ICM for providing the kit. Definitely going to go, probably end up in my cabinet at some point in the future if I can get around to it. I've certainly got a strong desire to have a go with that and build that up. So I find helicopters are quite big and take up a lot of room, and that one won't. That will be really nice, you know. I'll tell you what it does need crew, but I wonder if we could use the crew that were in the Black Hawk. Would you get away with that, do you think? But who knows, it mentions there's more to come on this little bird range. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they don't release a little pack of 2 crews, maybe even Special Forces soldiers as well. Imagine that, you get a bit of a diorama, like a Vietnam style diorama going, or a Mogadishu diorama going. with your Black Hawk down as well. Absolutely fantastic. Go for it. Fingers crossed for the future. So thank you to ICM for providing it. Thank you to you for watching. Please give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. 10 out of 10 because it does help the channel. And we need help at the moment with all these issues around that have been inflicted on us by YouTube, and not just me, many channels as well. We need all the support we can get at the moment, and just watching the video isn't enough. You know, if you enjoy the content, please do support us. And if you want to become a member, which we'll talk about very, very soon indeed, I'll be giving you all the details how you can do that. Become a member, get extra benefits, including, well, I won't say this one particularly because I think I might be keeping that one, but certainly there will be kits that I will be donating to members only, and it'll be well worth your trouble, well worth your time, well worth your money. I'm going to make sure people get some value out of it, additional entertainment and some freebies from time to time as well. So stay tuned for that, and thank you in the meantime. Until the next vid, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe, and until next time, thanks a lot, and bye for now.